You see, Husky thought they were being very clever here, disguising the Norden with orange and black all over and having the test pilot dressed up in KTM gear. Yeah, well, that obviously didn't work out. Kinda seems like something you would do, Dave. Like that one time when you dressed up as an old woman because they were giving away free biscuits at the mall? Remember? Welcome back to Long Way Home, everyone. The place where getting your motorcycle news is easier than getting Dave to sit the right way up on a toilet without him first reading some instructions, but not by much. Even though camouflaged, the Norden 901 has been spotted again in all of its glory, and it kinda looks production ready. Oh, and there are two versions of it. Let's go into a bit more detail and see what Husky has in store for us. Easily one of the most anticipated bikes that has yet to grace us with its presence, the Norden 901 was spotted being tested again. This time, two models were seen, an off-road oriented one with a higher front mudguard and a more touring design version with the traditional mudguard close to the wheel. No other major differences can be spotted between the two versions, but when they get released, they might come with different suspension configurations, different seat heights, things that we can't really see from these photos. The good news is that both versions seem to roll on the same 21 and 18-inch spoked wheels, so even in its touring form, the Norden will not shy away from any off-roading. The spokes don't seem to be cross-laced, but just like the KTM 890 Adventure, you should be able to fit tubeless tires on the Norden 901. Another interesting thing that was spotted, I don't know if I've mentioned this in previous episodes or not, is that the Norden, like the KTM 890 Adventure, will come with a split fuel tank. This is great for keeping the center of gravity down low and will definitely help when riding off-road, making the bike feel more agile, easier to flip left or right. This is one of the reasons I love taking the big GS off-road. With its huge cylinders sticking out on each side, maneuvering it is a lot easier than if all of that weight was packed vertically on top of each other. If we look towards the back of the bike, we can see that the tail end has been redesigned quite a lot when compared to the 2019 prototype. The LED stoplight is now a wide U shape, sticks out quite a bit at the back, and on each side is an LED indicator. The radiator, the bottom of the engine, and the fuel pods seem to be very well protected from the factory with bash plates, and the design of the fuel pods themselves seems to differ quite a bit than the ones on the KTM 890 Adventure. The ones on the Norden seem smaller with sleeker, straighter lines. Engine-wise, this is exactly the same engine as on the 890 Adventure, so expect around 100 horsepower and 100 Newton meters of torque. Husky might decide to tune it a bit differently, but I highly doubt that. The bike that we see in these photos, apart from the fact that it has no paintwork, looks production ready, complete with protectors and luggage racks. In the previous episode about the Norden, we said that it was being delayed so that KTM can be the first in the group to release a bike with their new radar cruise control, and that afterwards we should see it on the Norden as well. It looks like that isn't the case. No such radar can be seen on this bike, and there really doesn't seem to be any place to put one, so I don't think radar cruise control will even be an option on the Norden, which I'm sure will make a lot of you very happy. In the end, I think Husky will finally unveil the Norden to the world at the EICMA show in November, exactly 2 years after having so much success with its prototype. So unfortunately, you won't have a chance to ride it this year if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. For you guys in South Africa, for example, it will be summer there, so have fun. Don't fall off a lot. Alright guys, enough chit-chatting for today. Drop down in the comment section below and let us all know what you hope to see on the Norden 901. And no, yourself is not a valid comment. I mean, it was funny the first 200 times, but I'm sure you could come up with something better. Well, that's the show for today, everyone. If you've enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, and if you think you've learned something new, consider subscribing or becoming one of our Patreons to help us make more of these shows. Cheers, and I'll see you on the next one.